Here. Give. Here, just press this.
You guys hear me? Clearly? Yep. Okay. This poem was inspired by my nephew. I suffer. I suffer from a disease diagnosed by doctors known as ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity, a disease that infects and affects millions of children worldwide. A disease that doctors say is characterized by poor attention and distractibility. And if untreated, I will lose the ability to concentrate, so I get treated. Treated for a disease that subconsciously labels me inferior, a disease that limits my intellectual interior, a disease that makes people look at me differently, exploits my insecurities, and causes me to maintain control of my impulses. So every time they feed my maladies hunger with medication. I'd medicate myself with blades of broken self-esteem, piercing my forearm, creating streaks that drive up my skin, hoping that one day I'd be able to run away on them. I wonder if I whispered my sorrows into the wind, that maybe someday, somehow, God might hear them. I wonder if these doctors were right to medicate me for a diagnosis that doesn't even have a cure. A terminal illness because it murders the already suppressed dreams of children only longing for a fulfilling future. This billion-dollar industry I never beg to question because I think that doctors' words were called doctrines, but even those can be proven wrong. Teachers telling me I can't concentrate when I'd rather just pay attention to something I'm actually interested in.
Hello.
Because I'd rather ask why my thoughts get denied when really it's only because they don't even know the answers themselves. Because why is too complicated. And I refuse to be medicated for a disease that only leaves me feeling less than empty. The days that God painted gray skies and sent the tears from my eyes falling from his masterpiece, I think that was his way of telling me he got the picture. So I wrote him a letter, blew life into a balloon, and watched as blue paint consume the ink paper with the words, "I need your help," inscribed. And now I'm just waiting for him to reply, and I pray that one day I'll be able to see what heaven's like. Rather than living in the hell of this reality, in the hell of this confined mentality that I am not even worth swallowing life into my lungs. I was over-medicated. Not just from the white and yellow pellets, withering roses of emotion blossoming from my soul, but over-medicated from the bullshit lies that they feed me and expect me to devour. And once every couple of hours, these stimulants used to treat me would be shoved so far down my throat that I'd vomit every word of this poem.
All right.
I am one of the 5.3 million children suffering from ADHD. Only one of millions who revolt verbally, since no one seems to care of the intellectual genocide of these children because the industry makes money off of their fallen confidence. And it's no coincidence that the number diagnosed yearly is skyrocketing, shooting up so high that I'd be able to touch the gates of heaven. It is genius. Tell parents why their kids can't stand still, then try to fix their problems with a pill. It is absurd. Try to decipher reasons why I act the way I do, when knowingly if you were in my shoes, you tell the doctor it's not true. And you wonder why some of these kids grow up to be drug addicts when hell is what they've been trained for. And I don't want answers to my questions anymore, because all I get are a bunch of excuses that inconspicuously tell me I am lower than everyone else, so I say screw this industry. And they say that their drive is to help, but that's just a bunch of bull. Their drive is money, cash, the green, and they've only been making more since they turned kids into fiends, and I'm sick of it. Although ADHD is a disorder and not a disease, it feels like it. It seems as though it infects me and consumes my body, and even though I have a face, people seem to see through me as if all that's visible are faults and cracks in my bloodlines. I suffer. I suffer from a disease known as ADHD, a disease that infects and affects millions of children worldwide, a disease that doctors say is characterized by poor attention and distractibility. And if untreated, I will lose the ability to concentrate, so I get treated. Treated for my attention deficit hyperactivity, when in reality, they've only diagnosed my curiosity.
was so confident, too. I was like, with Geppetto, I was like, I don't want to get it wrong. I won't say it. I'll ask him. And then with Nada, I was like, yes, I know this one. Legend, come to the stage.